On July 15th, Southern Oregon Sanitation began construction on a new recycling and processing facility in an effort to further increase the amount of materials accepted in the recycling markets. They plan for the facility to be operational by the beginning of 2020.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. It's an event that is in 3 years or 4 years in the making for the groundbreaking of the Southern Oregon Sanitation Recycle Depot and Processing Center. This really started in 2016. That's when Southern Oregon Aspire came to us and said, we've got to get out of the recycling processing business. They had been processing the recycle here in Josephine County for well over 20 years. For a number of reasons, they had to stop doing that. So we started working with them to decide how we were going to handle the 2 million plus pounds of recycling that happens around here in Josephine County. We came up with this idea to build a facility here that we could process the material and take it directly to markets. And that way Josephine County would have some control of what we would take and what we wouldn't take and how we would do it. So in 17, we really started doing that. We approached the Solid Waste Agency and said, hey, we believe Josephine County needs to have its own processing facility. We don't need to take it over to Jackson County, or we don't need to ship it up to Eugene. Let's take care of it right here. And while we had to sacrifice a strawberry field to do it, we now are in the process of building that facility. In that time, when we started designing it and working with the city of Grants Pass, China also kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything. About 2 years ago, China decided that they no longer were going to buy any more of the recycling. That threw a monkey wrench like no one could believe. They were the largest buyer of material in the world. And like any marketplace, when someone decides they're not going to play anymore, it really upsets the apple cart. So we started working again with the Solid Waste Agency saying we need to change what we take curbside, and we need to get the contamination out of there. At that time, in the state of Oregon, it was not unheard of to have 40% contamination in the commingle system. Anything from things that shouldn't be in there at all, like diapers, all the way up to the wrong kinds of plastic. A funny story, I had meetings with a couple of material recycling facilities up in Portland, and one of them was keeping track of diapers. And in every month, they averaged about 15,000 diapers coming through their recycling facility from their blue carts. That's not a lot of fun. I'm glad I wasn't on that particular assembly line. So what we did here in Josephine County, most of you guys know, we changed the mix. We slimmed it down. We also did a huge campaign to reduce what we had for contamination. And we now have in Southern Oregon, including Josephine and Jackson County, some of the cleanest material curbside that's out there. We actually have facilities that are wanting our material. They still want us to pay for it, but they want our material compared to some other places. A lot of other places are still in that 30, 40% contamination. We are looking at an average of 10. Now 10 is still a number that we would like to drive down, but 10 is a whole lot better than 40. So if you put it to numbers, when we were picking up 2 million pounds of commingle, at that 40% number, you're looking at 800,000 pounds of just garbage. And that's why China really shut their doors, along with developing their own internal facilities. Today we're kicking off the construction of a 14,000 square foot building that we believe will push us into the new generation of recycling here in Josephine County. With our partners of S&B James and First Community Credit Union that are financing this, SOS is making an investment of over $3 million because we believe recycling is what we need to do for the community and for the future. We will be able to look at the markets and say we have clean material, we want better pricing. We will be able to look at the markets and say we really want to be able to take ones or twos, or we want to take this commodity. Those are the things that this building is going to allow us to do here in Josephine County. One of the things that is important to understand, in Josephine County, unlike a lot of counties, we have curbside recycling throughout the entire county. It's not just in the city of Grants Pass, it's not just in Cave Junction. Every citizen that has our service has the ability to have a blue cart at their door and have it recycled. And we think that's really important. We continue to see anywhere from 1 million to 2 million pounds of recycling that we receive from our curbside customers here in Josephine County, along with another 2 million pounds of cardboard. Now those markets always fluctuate, and we have to be able to react to those, but this facility will help us react quicker. The idea that we have for being able to process our own material, be able to go through that system is very important. And that's when we can really start looking at doing what we want to do here in Josephine County.